Today on the Justice Court.
We are Mr. and Mrs. Angel Blessing Walk. We've been here in the month of February, where I and my husband, we brought an issue to the court, a divorce issue. The court stepped into the matter. When they stepped into the matter, we were asked to enroll in marriage seminar, marriage counseling, which was undergone by Ms. Chidi Okafor. She was the one that organized and does the marriage counseling.
Previously on the Justice Court.
Bunch of women surrounded in my room when I came. Jesus, I shouted, Jesus, what a life. I said, okay, I cannot bear this again. Let me go. Marriage is not do and die. Instead, I would die in this marriage. I'd rather go alive with my innocent kids.
On the Justice Court, the plaintiff, Angel Nwaogu, is asking the court to help settle the marital dispute between him and his wife.
Somebody that lost his business since 2 years ago. So because of that, it brought issue between me and my wife. So she now go back to her mother with my children. So a lot of thinking here and here. Formerly, I don't used to drink, but because of this issue, sometimes I take one bottle.
One bottle? From one bottle to 2 bottles? From 2 bottles, the thing keep on increasing. Keep on increasing to a chronic level. It become a chronic drunkard. And it didn't end there. It will just be going about. If you didn't find my husband in Baba Ijebu spots, you will find him hanging around with babes. Any babes you see, anything under skirts, he move around. Each time I see it, I cry. I say, oh, what a life. Does that mean this jobless attitude has turned you into a chronic women chaser and also a drunkard? If I tell him, he will give me another slap when to eat, only to hear a voice, take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. I was like, what are they taking easy? Let me go inside and check what is taking easy in my room. Oh, my honorable judge, what I saw, oh, I cannot bear it. I saw my husband on women's body on my matrimonial bed. I said, what an insult. My husband has defied my home, defied my bed, defied all that we had together. He defied it.
The plaintiff, Angel Nwaogu, claims that he found himself taking solace in the green bottles after he lost his business to a fire incident 2 years ago, and he has not been able to rise to his responsibilities. The defendant, Blessing Nwaogu, alleges that in addition to being a drunkard, her husband also started being a chronic womanizer and a wife beater. She claims that she has had to move out of her matrimonial home due to domestic violence. Judge Fumi wades into this matter.
Angel, everything she said is the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to recommend the two of you to attend marriage counseling classes. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
They will talk to you, they will guide you.
I thank God that since I went to that marriage counseling, everything changed. I find myself living a normal life. I find myself living a truthful life, loving my family, loving my wife and my children. And I want to use the opportunity to thank the Justice Court, all the members of the Justice Court.
After the process of the marriage counseling, I see changes in the life of my husband. It was that first day he came visiting us. He visited me, visited the children, and everything he did there, iota of truth, iota of love, everything, unity was there. In fact, the court they have contributed immensely to my life, the life of my family. They have done well. All the audience, they have done very well. They have supported us. We are very much happy for what everybody have done in my life and the life of my family. They have so much done well. So we are very much grateful for all their efforts. And I pray that God Almighty will bless and reward all our viewers, the court, everybody.
Just like what my wife has said, when you have an issue between two partners, you don't need to call any outside person or maybe family and others. They may poison your mind in different ways. The best way, because I have gotten this experience, the best way is to bring it a place like this as Justice Court for them to handle the issue, settle the matter, and you and your family will be living in peace. So I am grateful that I came for this place and we are living in peace. So the advice I'm giving those, we are not praying for problem to anybody family. But if you happen to be like that, my advice is for you to be calm and do the normal thing, come to Justice Court. Justice Court will handle the case and make everything work well for you and your family.
My advice, based on the experience I've got to my audience, my fellow brothers and sisters there, is that when you have an issue, please don't be afraid. The courts, they are there for you. They are there to resolve matter for you. They are there to resolve things for you. They are not there to separate you. They are not there to separate you with your spouse. They are there to join you. Look at me and my husband. We were once separated, but now we are together. It was the efforts of the court that made us to be together today. If not for the court, by now, he would have been on his own. Me, I will be on my own. So what I see there is the courts are your friends.
Continuing.
My name's Matthew Sunday Churi, and I was actually looking out for justice because I have my tenant who was long time overstayed, up to getting to 2 years, or couldn't pay. And I had no choice than to look for help. And when I came here last year, it was like a magic. It was a surprise to me.
Previously on the Justice Court, the plaintiff, Matthew Chiori, is asking the court to compel Alero, his tenant, to pay 550,000 naira overdue rent and vacate the apartment. The defendant claims that revenue from her business has taken a downturn due to the pandemic. She is pleading for more time.
And on precisely 2018, Ms. Alero came and told her stories. She was looking for a house in my apartment, 2-bedroom apartment. So based on sympathy and the story she told about herself, so I considered giving her the apartment 2018 July precisely.
And when I saw the apartment, it was okay. I said, okay, let me go for this one because it was really stressful for me looking for a place. So I paid for a year. I moved into the apartment July 18th, 2018. My business was doing well. I was taking care of the kids. I was trying my best. I was paying school fees. And I used to pay the utility bill he's talking about. I tried my best to pay that.
I asked her a question. Your Honor, please. How many months after you packed into my house did you pay?
Whenever there is, whenever there is.
When you pack in, did I collect any agreement fee?
No.
I did it because of her situation. And since then, she took me for granted. And you know that my kids, I'm a clearing agent. I didn't
take him for
and my
granted.
customers,
He was nice to me. I didn't
most
take
of
him
my
for
importers
granted.
are no more importing. I told you my kids, you see them stay at home because of school fees. So what you're saying, I understand whatever you're saying, but it's not at my date. You saw the first floor is flooded when it rains, so I can't put anybody there. So if you keep living there and owing me, telling these stories, so for how long?
The defendant, a single mother abandoned by her husband with 2 children, claims that the pandemic and the consequent downturn in the economy complicated her financial situation. The plaintiff also claims that he is equally impacted by the pandemic and the rent is his fallback plan. Judge Fumi wades into this matter.
Last Christmas that you were cooking, did you see my family cook anything in the house?
How would I know, sir?
No, you were there. You are there.
How
you
would
see,
I know?
You saw them and you saw we didn't cook because I wasn't having money. When you were frying the chicken, you think my children don't eat chicken.
Your Honor, he doesn't even know how I got that chicken. My kids,
is
have not been eating with
No, I understand.
meat. They have not been eating anything.
When land...
That day I had to go and take that chicken on credit.
Judge Funmi is sympathetic towards the ordeal of the defendant. She offers support, and after the break, Judge Funmi ruled.
So judgment for the plaintiff for the sum of 550,000 naira. The court is going to assist the defendants in offsetting 100,000 naira out of the 550,000 naira. Secondly, the defendants will vacate the premises by June 2021. Judgment for the plaintiff.
It was a long time issue I've been facing myself, and I couldn't help myself. And by God's grace, somebody introduced Justice Court to me, and I wanted to give it a try, though, because I know some court procedures will take a long time to be resolved. But fortunately, as God may have it, I came here. So coming here was like a relief and was like a prayer answered, because I came here just once. After all said and done, the court helped me. Instantly, the court agreed to give, first of all, 100,000 to support her payment to my house rent she's been owing for long. And after which, the court decided on how the payment should go. And within a space of, I think, a month and 2 weeks, the whole amount was paid from the tenant. And it was like, do you still want to retain the house or you want to pay? So, but she took the decision she want to go to a lower standard house that can accommodate her. I actually came here to thank the Justice Court and also to appreciate them for their gesture, though my house where she parked at the down floor is still swampy because of rain coming from the floors. But I still thank God that that money was paid then, and also want everybody to thank Justice Court on my behalf. It is actually here in Justice Court I find courts not unstable, because out there the court we know now may not give you justice for a very long time. I tell you the truth. And when I came here, I was thinking, okay, going to court is not just to waste my whole year dragging over issues. But I came here, it was like a family resolution. I came here, it was done like something else. So if you need to pray and you are advised to come to court, consider this prayer answered, because here is a place I came just once and I had a solution to that problem. I think it's a good place to be.
Have you been cheated or have a dispute and want justice? Don't take laws into your hands. Log on to www.thejusticecourt.com and submit your case.
And all of them, all of them in Lagos, all of them in Nigeria.
Listen to me.
Nobody.
When I'm talking, you keep quiet.
An arrogant customer who is not ashamed.
Pastor Donald, why are you not picking my calls? Why haven't you paid the balance up till now? Telling the honorable court that I have not been calling him, I've not been picking his call. It's a fabricated fallacy. He did this just to debase me.
You are owing, and you are the one that is being arrogant at the same time.
A Nollywood veteran hopes to diversify into marine transportation.
Passenger boat I did not see. My money I did not see. I wanted to report him to Amadioha.
He was testing the boat. One thing, the boat sink with engine.
The husband does not like the responsibilities, but he likes all the pleasures a woman has to offer.
I still dey live with am now. First live person one pikin.
How you go control?
The dispute is real, and the judgment is binding. This is the Justice Court.